Good morning students. Today I am going to continue the chapter Agriculture. In previous video I explained you about non-food crops, that is cotton, jute, rubber and silk, and I explained you about the geographical condition as well as in which state these crops are grown. In rubber I explained you about the geographical condition, that area of high temperature between 25 degrees Celsius and 35 degrees Celsius throughout the year. Annual rainfall ranging between 200 to 250 centimeter throughout the growing period. It needs loamy soil. The leading producer of rubber is Malaysia, followed by Indonesia. Other countries are China, Sri Lanka. In India, Kerala, Tamil Nadu, Assam and Tripura are the major rubber producing states. Kerala is the largest producer of rubber in India. 97% demand of the country for natural rubber is met for domestic production. India is the fifth major rubber producing country of the world. Then I explained you about cotton, geographical condition and states in which it grows. Geographical condition: long staple cotton, it needs temperature between 20 degrees Celsius and 30 degrees Celsius, that is warm climate. Sufficient rainfall between 60 centimeter and 110 centimeter during the growing period. Loamy soil, it needs dry and sunny weather during harvesting and 210 frost-free days in a year. It requires 6 to 8 months to mature. It grows well in black and alluvial soils. It is a labor-intensive crop and requires cheap labor during plucking of cotton balls. It is a kharif crop. In India, it grows best in the black lava soil of Deccan. Long staple cotton grows best in Punjab, Haryana and the surrounding areas. Medium and short staple cotton grows in Gujarat, Maharashtra, Rajasthan and Andhra Pradesh. Then I explained you about jute, geographical condition and its uses. Jute is basically a fiber crop of South Asia. The fiber is obtained from jute plant, which grows between 3 to 4 meters. It is used in making ropes, carpets and bags. Packing of agriculture and industrial goods are done in gunny bags. Now what is the geographical condition of jute? Loamy soils that needs to be renewed periodically. High temperature ranging between 25 degrees Celsius and 35 degrees Celsius. Plenty of rainfall between 175 to 200 centimeter and high humidity. It requires 8 to 10 months to mature and plentiful supply of water. Now today I will explain you about institutional reforms. But first, I will explain you some terms which it is necessary to know what is the meaning of these terms. That is collectivization, land reforms, white revolution, Kisan credit card. Now, what is collectivization? This meant that small farms would be gathered together to form one large group. These bigger farmers would be called collectives. As they were large, there were many reasons to use machinery on them. Now, land reforms. Land reforms are also called agrarian reforms. These were initiated by Government of India for redistribution of agricultural land to improve the efficiency of agriculture and bring social justice to the rural people. White Revolution. It is also called Operation Flood. This was a project of the National Dairy Development Board, which made India a milk efficient nation, the largest milk producer in the world. It doubled the milk available per person in 30 years and made dairy farming India's largest self-sustainable rural employment generation. Now, Kisan credit card. This is a card to provide affordable credit for farmers in India. It was started by the Government of India, Reserve Bank of India and National Bank for Agricultural and Rural Development. In 1998 to 99 to help farmers assess timely and adequate credit. Now, technological and institutional reforms. Agriculture is a 1,000-year-old practice in India. Continuous use of same arable land without compatible technology institutional changes has limited the pace of agriculture development. Even though irrigation facilities are developed still in many parts of India, agriculture is dependent on monsoon and natural fertility of soil. This limitation creates serious concern for sustaining such a huge population and domestic animals in India. More than 60% of India's population depends on agriculture for their livelihood. Technological as well as institutional changes become necessity for revolution in agriculture sector. Now, institutional changes or institutional reforms. Major institutional reforms include collectivization, consolidation of land holdings, that is called Chakbandi also, development of cooperative societies, abolition of zamindari, etc. Right of inheritance fragmented the land holdings to economically unavailable units that require necessary steps for consideration to uphold the production and productivity. So, land reform was the main focus in our first 5-year plan. But the initiative could not result satisfactory because of lukewarm or negligence in implementation of laws and regulations regarding land reforms. In 1960s and 70s, Indian government seriously thought for agriculture reforms and improvement in agricultural production and productivity to make India a self-sustained agricultural country. Now, technological reforms. Major technological changes include introduction of green revolution, irrigation facilities, white revolution, etc. In the late 1960s, the government initiated the green revolution for increasing crop output based on the use of modern technology, and the white revolution increased the dairy output. Now, land development program. In the 1980s and 1990, many institutional and technical reforms were made under comprehensive land development program. First, provisions for crop insurance against drought, flood, cyclone, fire and disease. Second, establishment of Grameen, that is rural bank, cooperative societies and banks for providing loan facilities to the farmers at lower rate of interest. Apart from these, government has initiated many other benefit schemes for the farmers. Now, what are that benefit schemes? Establishment of Indian Council of Agricultural Research, agriculture universities, animal breeding centers, horticulture development, research and development in the field of meteorology and weather forecasting, etc. Kisan credit card scheme for giving easy and cheap loans to small farmers. Personal accident insurance scheme for Kisan credit card holders. Special weather bulletins and agricultural programs for farmers were introduced through radio and television. television channels. Government also announced minimum support price, that is MSP, for various agricultural products like cereals, pulses and others, and check the exploitation of farmers by spectacles and middlemen. Now you have to write question and answer in your fair copy. Write the another name of White Revolution. Describe the institutional and technical changes introduced in the field of agriculture in India in the recent years. Explain any four institutional reforms programs introduced by the government in the interest of farmers.